Hello guys, welcome to Pokédex, the channel where I build decks for the Pokemon trading card game. Before we start, I have a shout out to send. Ethan, huge shout out to you, man, thank you so much. You guys probably don't know about this yet, if you don't follow me on Tumblr, but Ethan donated 10 Roaring Skies back to the channel. He's one of the first people to follow me on Tumblr, one of the first friends of the channel, and he basically sent me enough packs for the last Shaymin EX, so thank you so much, man. I usually grind the game until I have everything from the newest expansions, and I'm usually fine doing just that, I'm not complaining, but because of the couple of factors, like the price of Shaymin being through the roof and the fact that I was sick last week and I worked till late almost every day, made it really hard for me to get the cards really fast, so this was really appreciated. Thank you, man. You definitely took the load off my shoulders, helped me grab that last Shaymin EX, and yeah, big shout out to you. I'm going to post the link to Ethan's Tumblr in the description. Please follow him, guys, if you're on Tumblr, because he's just a really cool dude. So this video goes out to you, man, and I want to build the best deck possible that features the 4 Shaymin EX. So I'm going for the Mega Rayquaza EX deck, the hype deck from the newest set. And is the hype real? Well, you guys will see in a minute. Let's just look into the deck. So Mega Rayquaza EX is going to be our main attacker. It has 220 HP, it's a colorless Pokemon. It has an ancient trait, it's Delta Evolution. You may play this card from your hand to evolve a Pokemon during your first turn or the turn you play that Pokemon. That's pretty sick. I mean, you can evolve on the first turn, even if suppose you're not attacking on the first turn. Actually, just evolving to Mega Rayquaza EX, and losing the turn is totally worthwhile and not a bad turn at all. So Emerald Break, it's the only attack on this dude for 3 colorless energy, does 30 damage times the number of your benched Pokemon. So suppose you have 5 benched Pokemon, that's 150 damage. But if you have 8 Pokemon, that's 240. And we can actually have 8 benched Pokemon with the addition of Skyfield, which is a stadium from Roaring Skies. That says each player can have 8 Pokemon on his or her bench. That's super sick, actually. Fits this deck right in. Dealing 240 damage is enough to kill the Primal Groudon or the Primal Kyogre in just one hit. And that's what we're going for here. Maximum consistency, maximum hurt. We're just going to try to knock out everything in one hit, starting from the first turn of the game. And then let's look into the normal Rayquaza EX, the basic one. It's not a bad Pokemon at all. I'm playing the colorless one. For a single colorless energy, intensifying burn does 10 damage or 60 if the opponent's Pokemon is an EX. That's pretty good, and we'll get back to that in a second. The second attack is Dragon Pulse for 3 colorless, does 100 damage, and you discard the top 3 cards of your deck. And with Lysander's Trump card, that's all upside. Because you actually manage to get supporters that you can via Seeker, and then you get energy that you can Mega Turbo, so it's not bad at all if you actually end up attacking with a normal Rayquaza EX. The best Pokemon in the set, we're featuring 4 of it. Shaymin EX, I already said, I'm playing 4 in this deck. It has a setup ability, which says when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. That's pretty sick, both because it's an extra spot in the bench for extra damage with a Mega Rayquaza, and because it also draws us cards, and it's not a supporter, so that's pretty sick. We actually sometimes just Shaymin EX after Shaymin EX, and we draw like almost all of our deck, and we just go for insane turns with this dude, and that's what we're going for here. That's pretty sick. We'll see in a minute. It actually makes us rethink the way we play the supporters in the deck, and I'll get to that in a second. Then I'm playing a 2-2 Altaria line. I'm actually playing the Swablu from Legendary Treasures, if you guys have that. I think it's a little bit better. The attack has a potential to paralyze. Hopefully we won't be attacking with Swablu, but it might happen, so... And then I'm playing Altaria. I'm playing this dude. It has Clear Humming, the ability that says that each of our colorless Pokemon has no weakness. It also has Delta Evolution, so you can actually put this guy down on the same turn that you put the Swablu. That's pretty sick. I'm playing this thing obviously against Manectric decks, because all of our dudes, except for Elysian, are weak against Lightning, and it just makes it so that the Manectric player has to either Lysander out the Altaria and kill it, so losing a turn and a supporter, or he has to play Garbodor, and I guess that would totally make it up for him and make it so Altaria is just useless. But at the same time, we have to have Pokemon in here to fill the bench, and that's as good as anything else. So just forces the opponent to have a counter, and that's, I think, decent enough for inclusion. And then we have a couple of Virizion EX, and this dude is here obviously against decks that feature Hypnotoxic Laser, but mostly against Seismitoad decks. At first I was thinking about playing Virizion EX for Emerald Slash to actually get Grass Energy and charge up our Rayquazas and deal the double damage to the Seismitoad because he's weak against Grass. But as Omnipoke, the guys from Omnipoke pointed out in their own Mega Rayquaza Virizion video, I'm going to put that link in the description. You guys should check it out. They are totally right. They just said, you don't really need to attack with Virizion EX. Just have him on the bench with Verdant Wind and make it so that your Mega Rayquaza that has a Grass Energy on can't be poisoned or put to sleep. And you actually don't evolve into Mega Rayquaza, sorry. You just go with Rayquaza EX and you just drop a single energy and you intensify burn turn after turn. So you're dealing 60 damage to the Seismitoad, they're only doing 50 to you, they can't poison you, and they can put you to sleep, and they can't, even if they play the hammer, you can just play another energy the next turn, because this attack works for a single energy. And you just do that turn after turn, and that seems really good. They are totally right. So yeah, Virizion EX, pretty good, mostly for the Verdant Wind ability, and it also fills the bench once again. So we're playing a computer search also, grabs anything from the deck, and also discards a couple of cards from our hand, and as you'll see, that's pretty important. We have 4 Mega Turbo, because this card is just pretty sick. Grabs energy from the discard pile, puts them right on Mega Rayquaza EX, right on where we want them. And then we're playing 2 switches. In the early game, if we start with any other Pokemon than Mega Rayquaza, we possibly want to grab the switch, just so that we don't have to drop an energy to be able to retreat. Just so that we can attack that first turn. Then we're playing 4 Trainer's Mail. I think it's really, really good in this deck, because it helps us find the most important item in the deck. And what item is that? It's the Ultra Ball. Yeah, Ultra Ball, it's totally insane here, because it grabs a Shaymin and discards a couple of cards, so it's extra cards that we'll be drawing with the Shaymin, and that's so amazing. So Ultra Ball is actually better than supporters in this deck most of the time. I'm playing 3 VS Seeker. It's the supporter of choice, just because we're going to be discarding a lot of stuff, and this just helps us grab any supporter that we want, basically. So we're playing 1 Colress for the later stages of the game. Draws a lot of cards, especially with Skyfield, so we can possibly leave the Dream and draw 16 cards. We actually have to be careful with that, because we might deck, because both players might have 8 Pokemon on the bench, and that's 16 cards drawn off the Colress. And then we're playing 2 Lysander. That's pretty good. Maybe we can even up this count, because we have a lot of other ways to draw that are not supporters, and those ways are mostly Shaymin EX. So we can actually spend a turn playing other supporters that don't draw cards, like Lysander, or Lysander's trump card, which is also important to shuffle everything back. I'm playing just 1 N, just to, if the opponent took the early prizes, we can punish him. And then I'm playing the 4 Sycamore, because that's the draw supporter of choice. I mean, it discards energy for the Mega Turbo, and it draws a lot of cards also. So if we're playing a lot of Chaymins, this is the supporter that we want to play afterwards. I already talked about the Skyfields. I'm playing 4. They do not only increase the damage of the Rayquaza, they also bounce the Silent Labs from our opponents. That's pretty good, because the Silent Labs are kind of annoying, because they make it so that Virizion EX doesn't work, the Verdant Wind, so we can get poisoned or sleep. And also Shaymin EX is not drawing cards with a setup. And that's too annoying, actually, because the Shaymin changed the way that we built the supporter line, so we cut a lot of N's and all that. So if the opponent has the Silent Lab, we really want to trump their stadium, so Skyfield is in here for that. Then we have Rayquaza Spirit Link, so we're playing 3 just because we can go for the first turn, Mega Rayquaza, not lose our turn and still attack. That's pretty gross, if you ask me. And then we're playing 4 colorless, double colorless, and 6 grass energy. We want to have a lot of energy that we can grab and discard for the Mega Turbos in the early stages of the game. So let's just play a match here. I'm actually, if I have the option to choose after I flip a coin, I don't really know if I'm going first or second, because going second with this deck means that we can actually just knock our opponent out right then and there. And that's pretty amazing. But if we're going first and we start with, I don't know, a Swablu, and our opponent has a Latias, he can just, Latias EX, he can just kill us on the first turn. So it seems like our opponent is playing a fighting deck, so I'm actually going second if I have the choice. Oh, I don't, but the opponent chooses that, he goes first, so okay. We start with a Rayquaza, that's pretty insane. And we also have the double colorless energy. I'm not going to drop the Virizion, or am I? Oh yeah, I am, because might as well. The opponent might Anus, so I hope he doesn't, because I really like my hand. Okay, so he's playing the Meditite Medicham deck, actually, so let's see how this goes. If I have to guess, I would say he's going to get destroyed, but we'll see about that. Don't really need a Skyfield, I'm just going to use it to trump. Okay, so our opponent does Anus, but we end up drawing a couple of Ultra Balls, so can't really complain about that. I'm going to play the Trainer's Mail first, might draw a Spirit Link or something, and that just might change a little bit of the way our turn goes. And I think Colress is going to be insane actually next turn, because I'm going to draw cards with Shaman and then play the Colress. Okay, we drew a Computer Search, that's pretty cool, I think. I'm actually thinking I won't be able to play all these Ultra Balls. Okay, so let's see. Let's see here, I'm going for Trainer's Mail first. If nothing else, it draws as a card, okay. I'm going to get it in hand because I need extra cards to discard here. I'm going to discard the Switch and the Trump card, and I'm going to grab a Shaman. Yeah, I should have gone for the Computer Search first. Oh well. I'm thinking maybe I go for the... No, yeah, I'm going for the Shaman. I have to. And now I can Shaman. Yeah, I like that. It fills our bench and draws some cards. Okay, we drew the Mega Rayquaza, so we might actually just go for the... Nah, I'm going for the Spirit Link first. And then I'm actually going to discard the Mega Rayquaza and go for another Shaman, yeah. Okay, so this one is going to grab the Spirit Link and put it here. And I'm going to grab another Shaman actually. Or maybe I just drop this thing and then play the Colress. Doesn't seem that bad. I'm going to draw 6 cards. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going for the Mega Rayquaza and then I play the Colress. And then, yeah, we got a couple more Shamans, so that's pretty sick. I just need to get... I guess I need to get a Grass Energy in the discard pile, somehow. I don't need a Skyfield, so I'm going to discard it here. And I'm going for a Pokemon that we can actually play, and like another Rayquaza. Put it down, play the Shaman EX, draw a lot of cards. Okay, there's a Grass Energy, but we actually need to draw a way to discard it. Maybe we draw an Ultra Ball off this Shaman, let's try it. Nope, but it doesn't matter, so we'll just pass the turn here and evolve this other Mega Rayquaza. That's pretty sick. I mean, this turn was just insane. And we still have a lot of stuff in our hands, so... Unless our opponent plays an Enhanced Hammer. Even so, I don't know if it's going to be enough, because I will just play another supporter next turn. And draw a million cards. There's a Medicham in here, but it's not the one that I was expecting. So I don't really know. I'm going to Colress again. Bam! Yeah, the opponent concedes. Seriously, this is just a sick turn. Let's go for another match. Because I don't know, the games with this deck are just insane. Okay, so our opponent actually is playing Lightning Pokemon here, so maybe Altaria is going to be important. Maybe he's playing the Manectric Garbodor deck. Yeah, there's a Manectric. There's actually Psychic Energy, so that's kind of weird. And we start with a Shaman. Uh-oh. That's not good. Yes, I want to draw as many cards as I can because we do not have the greatest hand. Okay, so we can actually have a Rayquaza in play. I don't really mind that at all. I'm going to try to get... so I can get rid of 3 cards. I just wish I drew like a Swablu would be amazing because I would just evolve into Altaria. Any card that I can play, like an Ultra Ball, would be amazing. I wouldn't complain of drawing a switch either. Okay, so our opponent ends us actually. That's pretty good. We draw a very, very good hand. We have a Shaman, we have a Trainer's Mail. I don't really want to play the Trainer's Mail here because, yeah, whatever. I would just end up discarding the card I drew anyways. Yeah, I might as well, because if we draw a supporter, that goes to our discard pile. Okay, so we actually drew the switch. I want to play that, I think. Let's see here. What would I discard? I would have to discard this Lysander. And also the double colorless, maybe? Yeah, I think that's the play here, because I want to play everything else. Yeah, okay, so I'll discard the double colorless. Hopefully you can grab another one. I'm going for the Swablu here. Put this thing down. Evolve it, play the Spirit Link, switch, and then play another Shaman. We draw 6 cards, and that's also pretty sick, because we cannot, we don't have the Mega Turbo here, but maybe, let's see what we draw off. This, another Ultra Ball, that's pretty good. So now I can actually evolve into the Mega Rayquaza. We can discard this thing, and also, maybe I go for this one, because then I would be filling our bench for sure, yeah, and we draw an extra card, so we're going for the another Shaman. How many do we have left? We still have the other one left, okay. We're playing this thing here. If we draw the Mega Turbo, we can just attack here. That's pretty sick, if you ask me. Okay, we cannot do that, but we can play a... okay, let's see if we draw with... oh yeah, we drew the Mega Turbo. Okay, so let's just go for that. This is just insane, if you ask me. I'm just going to play the Skyfield, because then I can just put another Rayquaza down, another Mega Turbo, another Spirit Link, another Evolution, and just, yeah, I guess if the opponent trumps our stadium, we'll just discard the Shaman and be cool about it. And we drew another Mega Turbo, so if he kills our Mega Rayquaza, it's possible that we draw support and just go off again the next turn. Seriously, look at this freaking turn. I mean, this is just insane. Unless our opponent grabs the Altaria, I mean, he's just... and if he does, he just gets knocked out from the Mega Rayquaza EX the next turn, so... this is just insane. Insanity. Okay, so he's going to evolve into the Mega Manectric. He's going to deal 110 damage to us, and he's going to get knocked out. And he doesn't even have energy in his discard pile, so that's pretty sad. Seriously, this was... ugh. Let's just draw a million cards with the Colress. Let's start playing... okay, I don't want to put this thing down, so I'm just going to start playing energy on our other attacker. And... we have Mega Turbos down, so maybe I just play an Ultra Ball and discard... I guess I can discard the Mega Rayquaza. I don't think I'll need it soon. I'm just going to draw this. I just wanted to discard that energy just so that we have it in the discard pile. Yeah, the opponent concedes. Doesn't even let us attack. Yeah, I guess the hype is real. I guess this deck is the real thing. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments below. I think this deck is just going to be insane. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and see you guys next time. Bye!